Hey, what's up, guys? This is Todd, aka the Bull City. As you can tell by the title of the video, what the subject's going to be about. This is meant to be a continuation of the topics we touched on in the drivers' meeting after Zoo High. Kind of a visual representation of what X-Wolf, Airstrike, and myself were kind of talking about on the opening lap, showing a little respect to your league mates, allowing the race to sort itself out on the opening lap before you really get super aggressive and start attacking the track and going for positions. I'm going to do that by trying to provide 3 examples the best I can. The first will be full yeet. We're going straight up Leroy Jenkins, kind of a demonstration of what's been happening every race so far this season. The second will be a opposite end of the spectrum. It's going to be almost a passive, providing, giving lots of room. If there's a position there, of course, we'll go for it, but the main focus will be surviving lap 1 so that we can continue to race throughout, or go for positions at that point. The third will be what I call the competitive give and take. You're trying to get positions, you're trying to, take every advantage and, set yourself up as best as possible for the race, but not at the expense of your competitors. So with that in mind, full Leroy Jenkins up first. And granted, I'm not going to be super stupid, but you'll get the point. Alright, I've got myself a pretty decent jump off the start. I'm going to go inside here. I don't care that there was already somebody there and I took his nose off. These people are getting loose, so I see a position here and I'm going up the inside here, and I got him too. And next thing you know, I've spun him and I banged into him and I've spun myself out and I've stacked up the field and everybody's wrecked and we've had a shitty time. This is what we're trying to get away from, that type of aggressive driving. So now I'm going to provide an example of almost a passive race start. We're trying to survive lap 1 so that we can race lap 2 through whatever. We're going to be a little bit less aggressive on the start. I screwed that up on purpose, but I just wanted to kind of provide an example of working through heavy traffic.
He's clear. Car on your left. Left.
So I'm having to back out.
On your left rear corner.
Stay off those people in front of me.
Car left.
Janetta, why are you going so damn slow?
He's clear.
But as you see, I made contact with him, but I only ended up with 3% damage because I wasn't flying. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. You're going to make contact time to time, but hopefully you're showing enough respect that when you do make contact, you're not sending your opponents off the track. See there, I had to back out or else I was going to send him spinning around.
Half length back.
Alright, we know there's going to be a bottleneck up here at the corkscrew. We're going to back out a little early. We're still smoking the brakes, but made it through. Alright, now we're going to try to set ourselves up for coming off this last turn.
Right side.
And we can now begin racing. Now we can start sucking up opponents as best we can. Now we can get in line. We can do our business, so to speak. I'm still showing respect, still backing out a little earlier than I normally would. Just to make sure, people just now getting used to the track. They're getting their nerves settled. They're still going to be a little bit agitated, possibly. So we're going to aggressively work our way through lap 2, but we're still going to be wary of what's going on. Way too high gear selection. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking there. But anyway, you get the point. Alright, this last one is going to be competitive give and take. It's not going to be quite so easy going, but I'm not trying to wreck nobody either. I'm trying to get a good start, but I'm not trying to get to first place before I get to turn one. Alright, trying to work to the inside. That Janetta just screwed it all up. That's kind of a perfect example of what's been happening right now. Getting a little too aggressive. The car's getting a little loose. Alright, let's try that again. I know that Janetta's going to make his way to the inside, so I'm going to be watching him. And like clockwork, there he is.
On your left rear corner.
He's going to get loose. Okay, saw that coming.
One left. Car left. Two wide, left side.
See, I'm getting through the pack, but I'm also
Left side.
showing respect. I'm being competitive.
Three wide. Rear corner, right side.
I'm trying to put people behind
Clear
me,
now.
but I'm also giving them room.
Three wide, two in the left. One on your left. Still on your left. Clear.
All right. We'll run up the hill here. We'll put him behind me. Gonna do it safely. I'm gonna outbrake him.
Left side.
Close him off. Oh,
Three
maybe
wide,
two
in the
positions.
middle. You're clear. Right rear corner. All clear. One lane back. Watch your mirrors.
Now I'm gonna try to set myself up again for coming off this last turn. Try to get a good run down and start to catch myself up. But as you can see, we picked up positions, but we haven't sent anybody off. We haven't picked up any damage, and we're racing. This is what it looks like to actually get through first lap in a competitive manner, but in a respectful manner. Alright, now before you go, I just want to go over one more thing that was discussed in our drivers meeting, and that's how we practice. I know a lot of guys like to get into the private test sessions and just turn hot laps and, you know, shave tenths off and think that that's going to make them fast come race time. At best, it's going to make you fast in qualifying. But even then, what you can't account for in qualifying is the fact that you've got other cars out there. I mean, excuse me, when you're doing private testing, you've got other cars out there on the track with you, so that's going to affect your lap times. The best way to prepare for that, what I like to do the private testing session first day of practice. Spend about 10-20 minutes to get up to speed at the point where you're starting to shave off seconds, or, you know, after you've already figured out your braking points, your shifting points, what gears you're using in certain terms. Once you've got all that figured out, stop the private sessions. Just create a custom event and set everything up just like it is on league night. Same start time, time progressions, time of year, same starts. You want the settings the same, no practice, 15-minute qualifying, 30-minute race. Another good thing, you know, rules and everything's the same too. Something else, what I like to do, I set my opponent's skill level up. Right now it's at 110. That's basically putting me about mid-pack based on my current lap times. If I start getting faster or start qualifying higher in the field, I'll increase the opponent's skill level. What I'm trying to do is watch their line, figure out where they're fast so that I can be fast. That brings me to another great point. You want to practice for the most part with same class, but something that's really cool, go to your opponent field type and put in identical car. That way the information that you're getting with the same opponent skill level is directly translatable. You can apply it immediately. He's braking here, I can brake there. He's doing this, I can do this. He's taking this line, I can take this line. You know it works for your car because it's all identical. But once you've got that, go back to same class, because then you want to compete against cars of different strengths and different weaknesses. Find out where you can make your passes. Find out where that certain cars are struggling. Find out where they're stronger, so that you can strategize once you're in the race. Anyway, once again, thank you for taking a moment to stop by. I appreciate you guys, taking a minute to improve and try to see what's going on. I recognize I'm not the fastest guy in this league, but I do have a year under my belt at this point. This is my 4th season. I've steadily improved since I've been in this league. I've never improved in any sim racing. I sim raced 2-3 years before I actually got to this league, but it wasn't until I got here that I really started to improve. Now I call myself a little bit better than average. I'm nowhere near one of these aliens that are up here, but that's not the point. Again, let's all improve. Let's try to get away from the first lap fiascos and enjoy ourselves. And we'll see you at the track on Thursday. Have a good night, guys.